Hi, my name is Geltom. I'm a PhD student in University of Campinas, and here I talk about my master study, which is evaluation of infill well drilling alternatives in a mature oil field. This study was made in collaboration with Dr. Ana Teresa Gaspar and Professor Dr. Denis Schiozer. So one of the the reasons to place infill wells in the field is to revitalize the production, improve the reservoir sweep efficiency by increasing the number of wells in a certain area. This work focus on developing a methodology to evaluate alternatives for infill drilling wells in the reservoir. The simulation model is based in a real case, a real reservoir in Brazil. The methodology is based on established stages of closed-loop reservoir development and management, where the infill drilling study begins in the field management stage after the construction and calibration of a set of simulation models. So I evaluate the infill drilling wells separately, aiming to see the contribution of each infill in the field, and the decision making of each infill is based on probabilistic objective function that selects the best strategy under uncertainties, and the amount of fill is determined according to expected value investment ratio, VRR. The VRR is a reason between the revenue from the production strategy considering infill drilling by your cost. In this case, the cost is the drilling and completion and the well platform connection. So to find optimal infill well placement is complex because we have to understand the reservoir characteristic. The challenge to evaluate additional wells in a mature oil field is to integrate the uncertainties of the field and the uncertainties that the infill wells themselves brings to a project. Especially consider the infill drilling wells are important investment decision, and there's no information regarding their operation and productivity. So we developing procedures for application of infill well drillings in a simulation model was one of the main motivations of this work. One of these procedures is to determine the productivity of the wells in a heavy oil fields and estimate adequate productivity index (PI) value for the new proposal wells. Consider that PI is uncertainty that significantly affects the performance of the wells and consequently of the field. So the methodology is based on step 6 to 12 of the closed loop. In step 6, we apply a nominal process in a single one model, which is the base scenario. After that, we have the optimized production strategy, consider only one model, and we apply this strategy in the whole model set to build the first risk curve. And after that, we select the other representative models. In step 9, we optimize each representative model different to the representative model in step 6. In step 10, we select the production strategy under uncertainties. And step 11 and 12, we have the improvements and the final decision analysis. So the nominal process is divided in 5 major procedures. Here in this picture we have these colors, which represents the CR, the candidate regions. We select this available space in the reservoir based on quality maps. After that, we estimate the productivity index. So we determine a base productivity value for each CR and apply an uncertain range because we don't know exactly the productivity is a operational uncertainty of the field. After that, we have the infill test. So we apply one infill well in each candidate region with the same forecast conditions and field parameters. We rank this CR, evaluate and according to the nominal objective function, which is the net present value (NPV), and the best CR based on NPV was submitted to optimization process using an algorithm which is in this case iterative discrete Latin hypercube sampling. So this nominal process we apply in step 6 and step 9. So we have the for each representative model we have a best solution, and after that we apply in other scenarios, and the objective function value is calculated. This objective function is the epsilon function in this red square. Here we have the value expected, the downside risk, and the upside potential. The downside risk is in the left of the benchmark, which is the uncertainty in loss, and the upside potential is the right of the benchmark, which is uncertainty in gains. The benchmark is defined according to the decision maker. In this case, I select the benchmark based in the maximize expected monetary value, which is the IMV. And after that, we evaluate each number of infill, and continue to test the next infill until you will reach the stop criteria, which is the minimal VRR. If the infill wells reach has equal or major than 1, we continue the study. If it's less than 1, we stop the procedure and define the number of the infill wells in the field. So in the results, initially we have the 10 CR candidate regions, and the best options for the first infill producer well are CR1, 2, 3, and 4. And here in this picture we have the best solutions for the first infill, and we can see all the FCP right shifted to the initial strategy. The initial strategy is strategy without any infill, and it represents the red curve, and all the options for the first infill drilling is the right shifted to the red curve. So the FCP2, which is final candidate position, and CR2 has the best performance considered the entire set, and we select the representative models based on this strategy. So after that, we evaluate the second infill, but the only region of interest to insert the second infill is CR3, because CR1 and CR4 had the performance negatively affected due to the proximity of the first infill and CR2, and the CR5 and CR10 has production and NPV values lower than expected already in the first infill. So in the third infill, we have to apply a new cycle of the nominal process, which means the optimization process for each representative models. So in this table, we can see the best strategies for the first infill, the best strategies for the second infill, and the best strategy for the third infill. So in green was highlight the best strategy, consider the epsilon function. So the highest epsilon function was the strategy was selected, and we can see the VRR in the first infill is greater than 1. So the strategy is not reached the stop criteria. So in the second infill, the VRR is in all strategies, especially in the selected strategy, is greater than 1, 2. So we decide to go to the third infill, and in the third infill, all the strategy was less than 1. So here we stop our criteria to place infill wells in this field. So we can see in the first infill drilling and the second infill drilling, all the best solutions convert to the same candidate region. And the third infill, the strategy was the best solutions is changing according to the representative models, which is more risk to place this third infill drilling well. So the number of the infill, as the number of infill increase, the gains are reduced, as shown in figure 2. So in figure 2 we have the NPV increase. This increase is basically the NPV considered infill drilling and NPV without any infill drilling. And here we can see in the blue curve, the first infill drilling was a very increase in NPV. In the first infill drilling to second infill drilling, the second infill drilling is the orange, has a little increase, and the third infill drilling in gray was slightly improved compared to the second one. So according to the stop criteria, the field has potentials for 2 producer infill wells because the third infill is less than 1. And the third infill has, despite having positive results, because the IMV and the epsilon function was positive, does not pass the stop criteria. So here we define the number of wells using the VRR to define the number, and we can see the first infill was a very easy choice because all the strategy converged to CR2, and the second infill also improved the reservoir swept and have INPV greater than the first, greater than the only considered one infill, and so we can define the number, the infill drillings of this reservoir. Thank you very much. I have to thank ANP, Unisim, Unicamp, Shell for the sponsor, the Energy, Cepetro, and CMG. Thank you.